And then Ernest goes on to say, and to do this daily, everything necessary to the full and complete expression of the most boundless experience of joy is mine now. Wow. That will certainly send some doubts running. Let's say that. Everything necessary to the full and complete expression. Everything necessary to the full and complete expression of the most boundless experience of joy is mine now. Of the most boundless experience of joy is mine now. Wow. I'm just getting so excited to start teaching Signs of Mind classes again, because this truth just continually sets me free. And we have a new offering affirmation about, Ernest says we should say 100 times a day, good and more good is mine in an ever-increasing way. And there's no limit to it. That we see it, we feel it, we experience it, that it crowds around us, that it flows through us, that it expresses itself as us, and it multiplies all around us. And that's our new offering affirmation. You can't say that on a regular basis, and it's a good one to say anytime you've got some doubts going on. So, I just know that if you look at every experience in your life as really an opportunity to exercise your spiritual muscles. A lot of us work out, and we know that sometimes it's not very easy, but we get stronger as we do that. And the same way, so if a doubt comes up, just know that you're divinely opening up to the Spirit. Oh no, how do I say it? Divinely opened up by the Spirit. That our divine self, our highest self, is really opening us up. That's a good way to look at doubt, isn't it? So it's not a bad thing if we choose the highest rather than choosing to let it derail us. On September 12th, 3 years ago, I had what I call my ankle experience, because in truth, I never broke my ankle. And anyway, it was quite an experience for me. So on this September 12th, I put a new law into, and a group of us over at Kaneohe Bayview Golf Course, they have a zip line. And about 15 of us, they said they never had that old of a group, because most of them were in their 50s and 60s. And anyway, we did zip lining. And I just thought that's such a metaphor for leaving the past behind and flinging myself off to really trust Spirit. And it goes along with one of the things that Ernest says in this mental equivalent chapter, which I've been rereading, and it was like, wow, I didn't realize so many of my favorite quotes were in there. And one of them is, to desert the truth in our hour of need is to prove that we do not know it. And then he goes on to say, in fact, that's one of the best times to demonstrate, when things look the worst, because everything, all the emotion is there, and then when we really say, nope, this is what I want, that clear direction and the feeling demonstrates. And I love the last thing that he says on that page there, and it was kind of like what I did when I did the zip lining. The person who can throw himself or herself with complete abandon into that limitless sea of receptivity, having cut loose from all apparent moorings. Well, I didn't cut loose from all apparent moorings, but anyway, is the one who will always receive the greatest reward. And so I am just so grateful to be in this place of just knowing that every time there's a little doubt or I wonder how or anything, that I know that Spirit is divinely opening. I'm being divinely opened up by the Spirit. Isn't that a great thing to look at? So let's say that. I am being divinely opened up by the Spirit. So here's to just throwing ourselves with complete abandon and trust, and know that we're always supported, always supported. I love that saying, by the everlasting arms, that we can't fail, we can't lose. We're really lifted up the more that we're willing to love and trust. And you've already seen this in your own relationships, with yourself and with others. When you love and trust yourself and you love and trust others, wow, you're lifted up. And so in that space, to just know that we cannot fail, we can only succeed and fly because we're always embraced and lifted up. Thanks for being here, and goodbye to doubts, except knowing that you're divinely being opened up by the Spirit. And so it is. Knowing in the depths of our being that before we call, we have been answered. And that in truth there is nothing to be healed, only truth to be revealed. So in a place of total surrender and openness to letting this loving presence have its way with us and everyone we hold near and dear, our earth, our governments, all the peoples of the world, all those that have asked us for prayers in any of the 4 areas: health, finances, work, loving relationships. We know that right here and right now, we have been answered. So truly our only prayer is to say thank you. Thank you. When any concern comes up, thank you. Thank you, loving presence. Thank you. Thank you. And so I release this word with an absolute certainty that these are not just my words, they are the living words of Spirit. For I am Spirit, you are Spirit, everyone is Spirit. And we know that these words do not return unto us void. We accept right now such marvelous, wonderful changes, first of all in our own consciousness, to expect fabulous, wonderful things. And anytime we see anything anywhere, on TV or in our own lives or whatever, we just say, I give thanks that I know that the power and presence of divine love, divine truth is mighty at work, neutralizing anything that needs to be neutralized and brought to the light, any erroneous belief that needs to be brought to the light. And as we do this, we surrender to the presence of God within us, our Jesus Christ nature, for there truly is only one. Only one. And so we release this word in the name of and by the power of the voice of truth, Jesus the Christ, our only divine self. There is only one. And every master, everything has been showing us that as we look to the Father, the source, the mother of all light and love and truth, that we are answered and that we are all powerful. So with a grateful heart, I give thanks for blessings abounding in each of our lives, in each of the centers here at the Kaneohe Atrium, in our world, with Mother Earth, in all governments, everywhere. For one with God, all things are possible. So I let it be, knowing the power of the word. And together, and so it is.